The Iron Cross. Prussia, 1813. King Friedrich Wilhelm III creates it during the Napoleonic Wars. Black cross, silver edges, awarded regardless of rank or class. Revolutionary concept. The Kaiser brings it back in 1914. Over 5 million distributed by 1918. Hitler resurrects it September 1939, with one crucial change. A swastika at the center. Prussian military tradition now serves Nazi ideology. 2 classes exist. Second class, worn on ribbon, requires single act of bravery. First class, pinned to chest, demands repeated courage or exceptional leadership. But criteria becomes flexible as war progresses. Early 1940, genuine heroism required. By 1943, surviving 2 weeks on the Eastern Front qualifies you. Over 4 million second class awarded, 800,000 first class by war's end. The medal transforms from honor to morale tool. Veterans recognize the difference. Recruits don't. Hitler's genius lies in symbol manipulation. Take respected decoration, add Nazi mark, claim entire legacy. Every World War I veteran wearing original Iron Cross now appears to support the regime whether they do or not. The Knight's Cross replaces the Pour le Mérite as Germany's highest military decoration, September 1, 1939, worn at throat on distinctive black-white-red ribbon. 5 ascending grades create hierarchy of heroism. Basic Knight's Cross goes to 7,300 men. Add oak leaves, down to 890 recipients. Oak leaves with swords, 159 receive it. Oak leaves with swords and diamonds, 27 earn this honor. Golden oak leaves with swords and diamonds, awarded once. Hans Ulrich Rudel, Stuka pilot, with over 2,500 combat missions. Each grade exponentially rarer. Selection process mixes genuine valor with political calculation. Erwin Rommel earns it for tactical brilliance in France. Reinhard Heydrich receives it for organizing the final solution efficiently. Hitler personally awards many during elaborate ceremonies. Recipients become propaganda tools. Radio interviews, magazine features, poster campaigns. The Knight's Cross doesn't just recognize heroes, it manufactures them for public consumption. War crimes committed by holders, often overlooked because medals speak louder than guilt. The German cross fills gap between Iron Cross and Knight's Cross. September 28, 1941. Massive star-shaped decoration, 63 millimeters across. 2 versions exist. Gold for repeated battlefield valor, silver for exceptional non-combat service. Soldiers nickname it fried egg, due to size and golden color. Nobody questions its significance. The gold version requires multiple acts of bravery over extended period. Tank commanders destroying dozens of enemy vehicles qualify. Infantry officers leading successful assaults repeatedly earn it. But political connections influence selection. The silver version targets civilians supporting war effort. Factory managers exceeding production quotas receive it. Railway supervisors coordinating troop movements efficiently get recognized. Engineers designing new weapons earn consideration. Over 17,000 German crosses in gold awarded. Much fewer silver versions distributed. The medal reveals Nazi obsession with visible hierarchy. Simple, brave, and very brave soldiers insufficient. Multiple gradations of courage required, each with distinct symbol. The War Merit Cross recognizes total war reality. October 18, 1939. Not everyone carries rifles, but everyone serves the Reich. 2 versions created, with swords for non-combat personnel showing bravery, without swords for civilian war contributions. The with swords version goes to medical personnel treating wounded under fire, supply troops delivering ammunition to front lines, communications specialists maintaining contact during battles. Without swords targets home front workers, postal employees ensuring military mail delivery, factory supervisors meeting armament quotas, farmers increasing food production all qualify. Women receive particular attention. Nazi ideology officially limits them to children, kitchen, church. War reality demands female workforce participation. This medal honors women's contributions while maintaining domestic role fiction. Over 1,900,000 awarded by 1945. Most common Nazi decoration after Iron Cross. Creates millions of stakeholders in regime victory. The wound badge comes in 3 classes: black for 1 to 2 wounds, silver for 3 to 4, gold for 5 or more wounds or limb loss. World War I origins, reintroduced September 1939, sometimes awarded posthumously to families. This decoration cannot be faked or politically manipulated. You either bled for the Reich or you didn't. Gives it authenticity other medals lack. Soldiers often wear it with more pride than bravery decorations because it represents genuine sacrifice rather than potentially political recognition. But serves darker purpose. Normalizes suffering for the state. By turning wounds into honors, the regime makes physical sacrifice not just acceptable but desirable. The badge transforms war victims into ideology heroes. Posthumous awards to families create communities of suffering that bind them to the regime through shared loss. Over 5 million awarded by war's end. Most common sight in military hospitals and convalescent homes. The Close Combat Clasp. November 25, 1942, the most honest Nazi decoration. Not for leadership, logistics, or general bravery, specifically for sustained hand-to-hand combat with the enemy. Bronze for 15 days, silver for 30, gold for 50. Close combat has precise definition. Fighting within grenade range where you can see the enemy's face when you kill him. Artillery crews, tank commanders, pilots don't qualify unless they've also fought with rifles, bayonets, or bare hands. Only 631 men ever receive gold, making it rarer than most Knights Cross grades. These aren't just soldiers. They're killers who've survived months of the most brutal fighting imaginable. The regime celebrates them as ultimate warriors, but reality is complex. Many suffer severe psychological damage. The ability to kill repeatedly at close range often makes them unsuitable for civilian life. The medal honoring their killing ability becomes a mark of psychological destruction. The Eastern Front Medal, Winter 1941, Operation Barbarossa, grinds to halt in -40 Celsius temperatures. German forces equipped for quick summer campaign find themselves trapped in frozen hell, claiming more lives than enemy bullets. May 26, 1942. The Eastern Front Medal, instituted. Official name, Winter Battle in the East, 1941-42. Requirements: serve 14 days between November 15, 1941 and April 15, 1942, or be wounded, killed during that period. Soldiers call it the Frozen Meat Medal. This isn't decoration for victory or bravery. It's recognition for surviving unsurvivable conditions. Over 3 million receive it. Many more qualify posthumously. The medal is essentially admission that the regime sent millions unprepared into battle they should have anticipated. A participation trophy for surviving leadership incompetence. Recipients remember comrades who froze to death in foxholes, weapons that jammed in cold, fingers and toes lost to frostbite. The Luftvafa Ground Combat Badge, 1942. The Luftwaffe loses the air war. Fuel shortages, pilot losses. Allied bombing decimate German air power. But thousands of trained personnel remain. Mechanics, radio operators, administrative staff desperately needed elsewhere. March 31, 1942. Luftwaffe Ground Combat Badge created for Air Force personnel pressed into ground roles. Basic badge for general combat. Special badge for anti-aircraft crews. Numbered badges for specific campaigns. When your Air Force fights on the ground, you're losing the war. The badge maintains unit pride among airmen in trenches instead of cockpits. The regime tries maintaining fiction this is temporary, that these men will return to proper sky roles. Requirements vary, but generally demand 30 days ground combat or exceptional single-action service. Over 40,000 awarded by war's end. The Tank Destruction Badge. Allied armor superiority becomes overwhelming. Nazi Germany turns to individual initiative. March 9, 1942. Tank Destruction Badge awarded to soldiers who single-handedly destroy enemy tanks using portable weapons. Panzerfausts, magnetic mines, improvised explosives. 3 grades basic for 1 tank, silver for 3, gold for 5. Requirements are strict: soldier alone, handheld weapons, tank completely destroyed, not just damaged. This represents increasing desperation and willingness to sacrifice individuals to compensate for material disadvantages. By 1944, German tank production can't match Allied output. The regime encourages soldiers to become tank hunters, a role with extremely low survival rates. By celebrating individual kills, propaganda maintains fiction that German soldiers are superior, even when overwhelmed by numbers and equipment. The partisan warfare badge. Nazi occupation of Eastern Europe creates massive partisan movement. By 1943, hundreds of thousands of resistance fighters operate behind German lines, disrupting supplies and tying down needed troops. January 30th, 1944. Partisan warfare badge instituted for German and Allied forces in anti-partisan operations. Bronze for 20 days, silver for 50, gold for 100. This medal is particularly dark because anti-partisan warfare often means war crimes against civilians. Nazi collective punishment doctrine means suspected partisan activity can destroy entire villages. Many recipients are rewarded for participating in genocide. The badge design features sword and oak leaves, but symbolism is hollow. This isn't honorable soldier combat, but brutal terror campaigns against occupied populations. Estimates suggest over 100,000 civilians killed for every German soldier lost to partisans. The Mother's Cross. Nazi ideology views women primarily as mothers producing the next generation of German soldiers. December 16, 1938. Honor Cross of the German Mother makes this explicit by rewarding fertility. 3 classes bronze for 4 to 5 children, silver for 6 to 7, gold for 8 or more. But requirements go beyond numbers. Children must be racially valuable and mothers demonstrate proper Nazi values. This reveals the regime's attempt to control intimate life aspects. Awarded annually on Mother's Day in elaborate ceremonies reinforcing gender roles while celebrating women's contribution to Nazi goals. Recipients receive medals plus social benefits, shop priority, better housing, tax breaks, but creates pressure and shame. Women with fewer than 4 children face implicit criticism, while those with many children but no medal face questions about racial or political suitability. Over 3 million awarded by 1945. The Blood Order. November 9, 1923, beer hall putsch in Munich. Hitler's first power seizure fails, leaving 16 Nazis dead and the future Führer imprisoned. But failure becomes mythology. Mythology becomes power. March 9, 1934. Blood Order instituted for 1,500 surviving putsch participants, later extended to other old fighters, early party members who suffered for the cause before 1933. This isn't just a medal but sacred relic, each individually numbered, personally awarded by Hitler. Recipients form Nazi party aristocracy. The Old Guard, whose early loyalty gives permanent status. Significant privileges direct Hitler access, guaranteed party positions, immunity from criticism. Nazi nobility based on early loyalty rather than birth. The Blood Order reveals regime obsession with martyrdom and sacrifice, transforming defeat into victory through founding myth, justifying all subsequent actions. The SS Honor Ring. Heinrich Himmler's SS isn't just military organization but racial and ideological elite, with own rituals, symbols, beliefs. The SS Honor Ring, personally awarded by Himmler, is the most exclusive Nazi decoration. The ring features death's heads, runes, occult symbols, inside recipient's name, award date, Himmler's signature. Not jewelry but sacred object with specific rules. If the wearer dies, the ring returns to Wewelsburg Castle, Himmler's planned SS mysticism center, joining hundreds enshrined to SS dead. The ring can't be inherited, sold, or given away. It belongs to the SS, not the individual. This reveals the regime's attempt creating new religion with sacred objects and rituals, combining Germanic paganism with racial ideology. Himmler forges SS identity, transcending traditional loyalties to family, region, or nation. Only about 5,000 ever awarded. Campaign medals commemorate specific military operations. The Anschluss Medal for Austria annexation, March 1938. The Sudetenland Medal for Czechoslovakia border occupation, October 1938. The Memel Medal for Lithuanian territory seizure, March 1939. The West Wall Medal for fortification construction. These serve multiple purposes, creating tangible memories of Nazi successes, reinforcing ideas that Germany reclaims rightful territory, giving participants permanent reminders of their expansion roles. But they also reveal propaganda priorities. Creating medals for bloodless conquests like Anschluss emphasizes political victories while downplaying coming military defeats. The Prague Castle Medal goes to troops occupying Czechoslovakia's capital. The Danzig Medal honors the Free Cities Incorporation. Each represents a step toward total war.
Faithful Service Medal.
Some decorations don't glitter with glory. They sit quietly, unnoticed, like the people who wear them. Created for civilians who keep the country running while others fight. Teachers, postmasters, train conductors, plaques. Silver for 25 years service, gold for 40. The design is simple cross, eagle, swastika around the edge. Not earned in combat, not awarded with parades. Often arrives by mail with polite instructions. You don't salute with it, don't boast about it, but you wear it when asked. In Nazi Germany, even silence is structured. Even loyalty must be seen. To wear this medal signals you're stable, reliable, safe, the kind of person the regime doesn't worry about. But behind simplicity lies something chilling. These medals aren't just recognition, they're reminders that the state is watching, remembering who serves, that longevity isn't just appreciated, but expected. The Long Service Awards measure loyalty in years, not sentiment. Nazi Party Long Service Awards come in 3 stages, 10 years, 15, 25. Each testament not to bravery, but belonging. Blue enamel, silver rays, gold-plated eagles. They look almost regal, but don't belong to royalty. They belong to bureaucrats, administrators, clerks whose weapons are ink and rubber stamps. To earn one, you must serve uninterrupted in party apparatus. Don't have to hold gun, just desk, file, position proving you're part of structure long enough to be trusted. Sometimes years counted retroactively, stretching back before Hitler's rise. Loyalty before power, worth more. Ceremonies often quiet. No parades, just polished uniforms, stiff handshakes, medals pinned to chests already heavy with insignia. Not about recognition, but reinforcement. Every year served, another thread in regime's fabric. The final medals. 1945. Nazi Germany collapses, but medals continue. The Volkssturm Medal for elderly militia pressed into service with armbands and outdated rifles. The Hitler Youth Service Medal for boys as young as 12. The Luftvafa Flak Badge rushed into production. The Naval Auxiliary Cruiser War Badge for converted merchant vessels. These aren't earned in glory but handed out in desperation. Thin, cheap, sometimes just ribbons without backing. Distributed without records as factories disappear and war ends. The state tries convincing people through symbols that the fight has meaning, even as it bleeds out. Final medals issued not for achievement, but delay, for throwing bodies into fires already roaring out of control. They fool no one. Soldiers bury them, civilians melt them, others hold on to them unschavgarnd, making up self-trained time for many. Waiting up and of krupli aften warm try connected. The having a cost of trans that your sales. However, the naval means full offices and the medal ends many for full of increws. Medal behold. The soldier parents that use their willy time was in tollers and terps to the inamas. Check out the channel for more videos.